Good afternoon from the National Weather Service in Norman, Oklahoma. This is Bruce. Today happens to be the first day of spring, so what a better time to look at drought conditions across western Oklahoma and western North Texas. So we'll take a look at winter precipitation patterns across the U.S. and more importantly Oklahoma and North Texas, the current drought conditions, the short-term outlook for any rainfall, and the spring drought outlook, and see where areas may see some improvement. This map indicates departure from normal precipitation during the entire winter of 2014-2015. Unfortunately, a large area of Oklahoma and western North Texas experienced below average precipitation. This map illustrates total precipitation from the beginning of March. Unfortunately, a large part of western Oklahoma and western North Texas again have brown shadings for not a lot of precipitation. Fortunate for those over in the eastern parts of the state, at least average to above average precipitation. On a side note, this does not include the rainfall that did happen across parts of the state yesterday. And this is just a simple closer view of rainfall provided by the Oklahoma Mesonet. You can see for areas from say Tulsa, kind of roughly just east of Oklahoma City down to Ardmore, a lot of 1 to 3 inch rainfall amounts, and unfortunately parts of north central Oklahoma, west central and southwest have not received very much rain so far this March. Current drought conditions across the region show exceptional to extreme drought covering the western two-thirds or western third of Oklahoma and adjacent areas of western North Texas, while south central, large part of it, and southeast Oklahoma are abnormally dry. Here we'll take a look at how the drought is impacting lake levels across the state. They're near capacity across north central, northwest Oklahoma. They're doing okay down in south central, southeast, near capacity. And then unfortunately down in southwest Oklahoma and western North Texas, even Canton and Falls Lake are, anywhere between 10 to 30% range, so dire situation in those areas. Here's a quick look at the 7-day precipitation forecast that will take us through next Friday. Unfortunately, the western two-thirds of the area, including Oklahoma City, very little rainfall is expected. A system that's going to move across Texas may spread some rain into southern Oklahoma and western North Texas this weekend. Now we'll take a look at the 6 to 10 day and 8 to 14 day outlook. Unfortunately, this calls for better chances of below normal precipitation during this period. Now we'll take a look at the April and June temperature outlook along with the precipitation outlook. Better chance of below normal temperatures, slightly below normal temperatures across parts of western Texas and maybe eastern Oklahoma and perhaps far western Oklahoma, while equal chances of above normal or below average precipitation across much of Oklahoma and North Texas. Here's a seasonal drought outlook. Unfortunately, this outlook takes us through late June and doesn't look like we'll have a lot of improvement across the western third of Oklahoma and western North Texas, while some improvement is expected in south central, central, and perhaps maybe parts of north central Oklahoma. And finally, we'll look at the some areas, or quite a few areas that are drought stricken, have water conservation or water restrictions in place. In Oklahoma City, mandatory odd even watering all the time. And in Wichita Falls, they are in stage 5, or drought catastrophe. And here are a few of the resources that allowed this presentation to be put together. Thank you for listening.